Hey, this is Evan from LPR Audit. I'm going to go through on how to actually read the report that you actually have received. People are asking exactly on what does this mean, and really what it comes down to is there in this example, we had 19 companies that were actually we went out and got the data from. They have 15 categories in their Google My Business profile, and they have 756 unique services. This is how many scan points, how many rankings are analyzed, and reviews. But these are the 10 most common services that people have listed out of those 19. What we do then is we actually go down here, and you can kind of see based on what's going on. Let's go back up a little bit. Sorry, it just scrolled a little bit fast. And what ends up happening is this is that right here. I'll stop. Oh my goodness, this is just the recording is super helpful, but here you go. So for Foster Roofing, they do not have gutter installation or loft ventilation or gutter repairs or roof repair for storm and wind damage on their homepage. They're actually ranking really well relative to what's going on, but as you can see on what's going on, and sometimes when you get nothing here, it means that their website actually is blocking the ability to go and see that. Everybody says that's a good thing, but if you're blocking it from people looking at your stuff, you're probably blocking it from the AIs and other people as well. So it means that either the website was down, or when we did this report, or it actually is blocking on what is going on. So I picked this company called Elite Home Solutions. They don't rank that greatest or whatever. And if you look at it, this is what their grid ranking looks like. And in the bottom of the report, you actually have way at the bottom a link that says View Rankings Heat Map. That is what this uh, next slide is, or next tab. And what this tab is that you can actually sort by what their rankings are and A to Z. So this is the Elite Home Solutions. Right on top of their business, they are number 3, but then they virtually fall off pretty drastically relatively around them. And for roof repair near me is the keyword that we looked for. Okay, so this is their company for their GMB. There's nothing wrong. They got 105 reviews, and they're all 5-star, which is great. Just because you have more reviews does not mean you will rank higher. It comes down to lots of other factors. But really, what it comes down to is we actually ran. This is what our quick snap report would be for this company. And what it does is it goes and looks at all 17 pages of your website. It tracks the 5 categories and the 36 services that you have listed in on your Google My Business. What ends up happening is you can see the recommendations on what's going on. But if you go down here a little bit further, what is happening is you can see that these are the services that you have listed in your Google My Business profile. And do you have your business name? Do you have the location and where you want to provide the service? And or do you even have a description? So these guys don't have any descriptions written into what's going on, which every single time that this page loads, Google is reading that. The AIs can read that. So what ends up happening is that now we look at it and say, is this roof inspection on their homepage? It's not. So if you ever wanted to rank for something or be found for roof inspection, it's on 4 times in text items in on the 17 pages. It's on there 4 times. So what ends up happening is that the most important things you should have them as like an H2, H3, or H4 on your homepage. And if you look at what's going on for this specific company, they have one for roof replacement and H tag. They have deck construction as an H tag on their homepage, right? Which is good. But deck building, they don't, right? So if you're big into deck building and you don't have that, that's a different way of looking at it. And what we do is we virtually give you this report to tell you on what this is the quick snap report, which we charge $27 for. It virtually goes and looks to see what your business is doing on your Google My Business. Do you have the properly written descriptions? And do you actually have the stuff matching your Google My Business to your website. We can look right here and actually see that these guys are doing paid ads. So paid ads are being done. So right now, if they actually are doing paid ads and they're not actually having it set up properly, these ads are going to cost more money. So what ends up happening is that if we go back to this analysis, the full report, we have a couple things that we show people on what they can get. So we have the quick snap report, which is what I just showed you, which is just your website versus what you have in your Google My Business profile. The website guru report actually goes out there and goes and looks at everyone's website that is a competitor near you, finds out what they're doing, and makes a topical map and list of exactly what you need to do to be better than them, and have it written in a website widget, which will allow you to be able to take a little snippet of code and paste it on your website without having to change anything on your website. Just add this little snippet of code, and the AIs and Google will actually look at you at a much more authoritative. If you're doing paid ads, you'll actually be paying less for your ads. The LPR audit report is looking at all of your Google My Business profile description, your categories and your services, as well as what is going on if they have descriptions. It then takes 110 competitors, 60 of them locally around where you're at, and 50 nationwide. And we come up with a top 150 to 250 things that you should have on your website based on how you set up your website. You get full control of being able to edit and change this accordion, this website widget, and actually allow you to be able to put that website widget on your website without having to change anything. And all it does is it makes you better, pay lower for ads, show up in more mentions for AI mentions. And when people are doing ChatGPT, Gemini, or any of the other AIs, they actually only look at your website. They're not going to go and look. If they say, I'm looking for the best chiropractor or roofer in this town, they're not going to go and look at 60 pages per website to see exactly what you're doing. What they're doing is they're looking at your homepage. And if your homepage doesn't have that information, then it gives you a trust or a quality score that is actually lower, which means that if you're doing paid ads, you have to pay a higher price. This is a one-time cost. This one costs $27. The website guru report costs $2.99. And if you actually want us to do everything for you, it's $4.99. And the LPR audit actually is doing the best of both worlds, and that's $4.99 one time. Or if you want us to do everything for you and have a call with you, it's $14.99, and within 10 days you'll actually have everything up and done and ready for you. And all you have to do is verify that the services and the things that were written in the proper way, describing your business, your brand, your location, the topic, in a way in which both AI and Google love. So that is how to read this report and understand on what it is. And hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at info@lpraudit.com.